What's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a fashion DIY on the Rhianna Wild Thoughts inspired heels. If you would like to see how I created these detachable little decals for your shoes, just keep on watching. So I look about crazy as hell, but I really wanted to get this video up tomorrow, and I was not about to do a whole setup and put on a full face for this little intro for this video. I just wasn't gonna do it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all day. I've been with my nephews. I've been walking. I've been doing homework. It's been too much, but I really wanted to get this video up. So I needed to put this in here because like when I do like fashion DIYs, I hardly ever make them before I film. I actually make them while I film, first time making them. So I want to give y'all like the little issues that I ran into, so you don't have to, you know, go through it if you try to make this little DIY. So the first thing, the first thing is when you are cutting your vinyl, when you're getting your vinyl cut. I got mine from JoAnns Fabric, and I only needed 1/8 of a yard, and 1/8 of a yard is gonna was enough to make 2 sets for like 2 different pairs of shoes. Well, 2 different, sets, you get me? So you only need that, and the length of it was long enough to go as high as I wanted. It could actually go a little bit higher if you wanted it to go all the way up to your knee. So you don't have to overbuy fabric. That's number 1. Or I guess it is fabric, material, whatever. Number 2, I did not measure my calf. So I show it in the video, like the straps were too long. It's a really easy fix. You just poke a hole. What I did was I poked a hole where I needed the strap to stop, and then I cut it off of the decal, and then glued it wherever I put that hole. I glued it to, that would be the edge of the strap. So it was a quick fix, but to avoid that, just measure your calf, and then you can measure your strap to fit around your leg. Another thing that I did on accident is with the buckles. Make sure your buckles are the right way before you sew them on, because one of my buckles is actually backward. You can't really tell just because it's a simple silver buckle, but it's kind of annoying when I put it on because I just know, and I just have a type A personality, and it just bothers me. So if you're like me, just wanted to throw that out there. What else did I run into? Oh, I was being lazy first, so one of my buckles has a black like thread. You can see black thread. That's because I was using weave thread because I couldn't find my plastic thread, and I was not about to buy another spool of thread when I knew I had it. So, don't be lazy like me. What else? Make sure you have enough E6000 glue. You don't need a lot to do the project. Just make sure you have enough, because I know when I start a project, I want to finish. So make sure you have enough glue. The shoes that I got, I did not say it in the video. These shoes that are in this video, they're just the simple clear strap heels. I think they work best. You can really do it with any single sole strap heel, but I got them from GoJane, but GoJane sells them, Fashion Nova sells them, Forever 21 online has them, LolaShoetique has them, like everybody has them. So the little brooches that I used on the back to make the decal detachable, I got them from Hobby Lobby, and I got the large size because they have a small size and a large size. I got the large size, and that fits around the plastic strap that goes around your toe and also around your ankle. You just glue that in place. What was another thing that I ran into? To get the best results with all your gems and everything that you have to glue, because there's a lot of glue that you use in this project, to make sure everything is secure and it's going to stay, because with shoes, it's a lot of easy wear and tear if you want it to really stay. E6000 glue really does stay, but to get it to hold the best, I would let each part like sit overnight. I did mine over a couple weeks, but when I was doing it, I wouldn't really stop or give it time to like just sit and chill. It was like, okay, you feel kind of dry, let me move on to the next step. So give it time to dry. I think that's going to make it a lot more sturdy and last you a lot longer. What else? I'm just trying to give you all the tidbits, everything that I ran into while creating this project, because I had never made it previously to recording this video. It was a fun project. It's actually not that long to make the whole design, both legs designs. It only took me like 20 minutes each one, so 40 minutes total to make it, to do like put all the gems, yes, one by one. And normally I was doing the gem portion at my friend's house, so I didn't have my little wax tool that you can get from Michael's. It's like a little like plastic stick and has like wax on the bottom, so it just picks up the gems and you can move a lot quicker. I was trying to use my finger, act like my finger was waxed. But if you have one of those tool, or you can make like do a makeshift one at home, but it just makes it move so much easier when you're using like little stones. The plastic gems, they work fine. It's a lot cheaper than trying to buy Swarovski crystals. You can order some Swarovski crystals offline, like off of eBay. They're called EIMASS. They're not real Swarovski crystals, but they shine just like Swarovski crystals, and you can get like 1,400 of them for like $10, whereas Swarovskis you're gonna get like 180 when you need like 1,000. So if you just want that bling bling bling, I just use plastic gems. They came in a box for $10 from Michael's, and they always have a coupon. You can get a box at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I've never really seen them at JoAnns, but any craft store, they really have them. There's always coupons. Always use Retail Me Not. Download the craft store apps. They're like my best friend, because all the other people that I see on YouTube that do the fashion DIYs, they're in LA. Go to downtown LA. I don't have a downtown LA. I have a JoAnns and a Michael's and a Hobby Lobby. So just to help y'all out, if you're like me and you don't have these like crafty little stores that are just got all the good stuff that you can make all these cool designs with, I will be doing some more fashion DIYs, and I got some items from Amazon that were really cheap. But now I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you like this little fashion DIY. I thought it was the cutest thing, and I actually made it myself another pair with some other colors. I didn't record it. I'll just take pictures of it. So, you know, follow me on the gram, because that's where everything lands. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in the comments. I look at my comments often. I reply to everyone. I reply to everybody. So ask me any questions, and I hope I said everything that I ran into, because there was some difficulties with this project, but it's not a difficult project at all. Like you see, it's probably a 10-minute video now because I'm doing all this talking. But yeah, so I hope you like it, and I will see y'all in my next video. Stay true. Okay, so the materials you will need to create this are a 1/8 yard of sturdy vinyl, some scissors, a utensil to punch holes, not scissors, not a knife, it'll make the hole too big, gems, rhinestones of your color, E6000 glue, 4 metal buckles, clear plastic thread, and if you want to be like super measury, I was not, a measuring tape and or a ruler, so you can get precise measurements on everything. I kind of just eyeballed it, but we got it to work. So first you're gonna cut the vinyl as high up as you want your metallic little design piece to go, and then you're just gonna start designing your piece however you want. I literally just played with the stones and was just placing them how it just felt right. So you just place the E6000 glue as far as you want to decorate at the time. You don't want to put too much glue down at one time, because then it'll dry up and then you'll create like a thick, aesthetically pleasing look. So just place the glue down in sections and then just design as you go. And I designed one first, and then I moved on to the other, so I could just try to look back and forth and copy the design. So this is the design I came up with. It's really just random crystals, and I bought these. It was like a box of gems from Michael's, and they always have like a 40% off coupon, so I use that. It's normally $10 and you get a 40% off coupon. So after you let the design dry for a little bit, overnight is better, but really only a couple hours is all you need. You just cut off the outside plastic, and this is what is going to lay on your leg. You can leave this piece as is and just glue it to your shoe, but I made it detachable, and for that you will need like brooch pins, which you can get a big pack for like $2. So now I am sewing on the hooks to the straps of my shoe. And so with these straps, I actually made them too long, but I'll show you how I fix that. So what I'm gonna do is punch a hole close to the end of the vinyl. And I suggest getting, if you can find a buckle that has the bar in the middle, it's easier, it eliminates a step for you. But if not, just punch a hole, put the little prong through that hole, and wrap the vinyl around the bottom of the buckle, if you can see how I'm doing that. And then you're gonna take a needle and your clear plastic thread and sew that down. So like I said, I did not measure this before I glued my straps on, but it's okay. It's really a quick fix. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying on the shoe to see how the straps fit. You want to make sure that all your buckles line up to the buckle that was already on the shoe that you're placing your detachable thing onto. And you see I made it too long, so I have to punch a hole where I need the buckle to lay on my leg, and I will cut it off, and that's where I will lay the buckle or lay the vinyl onto the back of the decal so it hits and lines up with the buckle that was already on the shoe. And I did the same thing on the other straps. I poked a hole where I needed the longest part of my calf where I needed to fit in. So where I poked the hole in, where on the buckle side, I laid it on the edge of the decal. See that little hole? That's where you poke it, or that's where you lay it. So now I'm just poking extra holes in the strap, so when I strap up my decal on my leg, it stays in place. And because this buckle does not have a bar in the middle, I have to create the little strap to hold the vinyl in place, or hold it down, if that makes sense. And I'm going to show you how I do that. And you want to make sure that the little hole that you make is big enough so that the other side of the vinyl fits through. I hope this is making sense. I'm so sorry if it doesn't. But yeah, so you lay glue one side down, let it dry for a little bit, and then just wrap it around and glue it, and then you're good to go. So it sits like that on your leg. It's really not a hard project at all. Just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of creativity. And this is the finished product with the 2 brooch pins on the back. And you can detach it from your shoe, and you can create this any style, any way you want, any color gems, beads, crystals. You can even use glitter if you really want to. You really can get creative with this. But this is how they turned out for me, and just stay tuned for the gram because these are my birthday shoes. I have one inspo pic on there, but we'll have better ones later.